I am about to record episode 500 of Streamlined Solopreneur, formerly How I Built It, and I am feeling kind of weird about it. I think I've put too much pressure on myself. I felt like I need a good episode to mark what is surely a big accomplishment, at least to me. Like, I didn't think 9 years ago that I'd reach this milestone. And so I definitely want to highlight like the history of the show a little bit. I don't want it to be like a retrospective though. I want it to be not a reset, but a lot has changed since I started the show. And I want it to be useful. Actionable advice has always been the drive, the charge of this show. But I do want to cover the history a little bit, especially because surely the audience has changed so much since that first episode. And I've been like putting it off, and now it has to come out Monday. So I think I'm just like thinking about it too much. I do want to do a bonus episode too, because I am using Google LM to help me a little bit, right? It's like there's 500 episodes, there's 499 episodes. And I do want to do like a little bit of a retrospective. So that's been pretty interesting. And I think I know, I think I know what I need to do. I just don't know if I have the strength to do it. To quote Kylo Ren. I think I know what I need to do. I just need to actually do it and like not build it up in my head so much. It's a very weird feeling because I've always been like a record, like do it kind of guy. And I think I want to tell like the right story for this episode. And that's probably like where my hesitation comes in. It's like I don't want to be self-aggrandizing and self-important. But I also do want to recognize that like very few podcasts make it to 500 episodes. I mean, God, very few podcasts make it to 100 episodes, let alone 500. But I don't want it to be about the podcast. So like I do have, I don't want to dive too much into the behind the scenes because I am going to do like a bonus behind the scenes episode next week after this episode comes together. But there's some good stuff here in Google LM that I'm pretty impressed with. So that's like what I'm thinking about right now. The other thing is I am recording this on an Android phone. T-Mobile gave me a free line, no strings attached, apparently. Like I asked, I was like, "What's the catch?" And no strings attached. So I got the line, and I decided I want to have a separate phone number for my business. The Google Voice number doesn't work almost anywhere. It's real frustrating, actually. A lot of services do not accept Google Voice's phone number because it's a very obviously a virtual number, I guess. So that's frustrating. But I want to have like an actual business number. And I thought this would be a good opportunity. And then I thought I really, really want to try a foldable phone. And I saw the 2024 Motorola Razr was on sale on Amazon for like $396. And I thought, man, a phone for $396, real good. And I'm not going to say I'm impressed with it. I am extremely impressed with the form factor. The interface is really nice. I used to be Android Army all the way. Actually, August of this year was 10 years since I officially switched to the iPhone 6. So I have not used Android properly except for like holding other people's phones in 10 years. So it's been really weird and interesting. So I don't know if I'm going to write more about it. I haven't lived the 2-phone lifestyle since I left the University of Scranton, which is like 8+ years ago now. But it is interesting having this device, having a second device, and figuring out how I would use both of them. But I really just want to see what Android has to offer. And I want to have a second phone a second phone number that I can basically just leave at home and ignore. But also like access it if I need to. So we'll see how that goes. That's everything I'm thinking about today. Thanks so much for listening. If you want to send feedback, you can do so over at streamlinedfeedback.com. And I hope you listen to episode 500. It comes out on Monday, which also happens to be my 40th birthday.